Hello, you wonderful internet sausages. How are we all doing today? I hope we're doing well. It's the weekend, meaning, and once again, that time is upon us. It is time to continue the zombie campaign. Oh my, I've been looking forward to this. It's been really fun doing this, going back to some of our older campaign ways here, increasing the size of our zombie army bit by bit, and look at them. Staring down the guardsmen, ready, hungering for num-nums. Oh my gosh, I've been at the coffee again, guys. Right, so let's just go ahead and kick this right off. We're not going to mess about at all today. We've got some battles to be doing here. Who've we got in the chat? Hey, Big Jam. Hey, Mitz. Hey, Night Striker. Hey, Cyrus. Hey, Raz. Hey, Ed. Hey, Andy. Hey, Shifty. Who else we got here? Hey, Mike. Hey, Dave. Hey, double Daves. Oh, gosh, 3 Daves. Hi, all 3 Daves. Excellent stuff. Sausage reported in. Hello, Arid. Look at that. I still love these warp bolts that we got going off. The mages look really cool here. Just obliterating the front line of guardsmen bit by bit. Allowing our zombie hordes here to dig deeper and deeper into them ranks. It's a magnificent sight. Look, some of our tanks are actually surviving the initial combat. That's pretty good as well. Now, I can't actually remember how far we got last time. Did we actually manage to defeat the second group yet? I don't think we did. I think the artillery was becoming a problem for us. Ed's member for 32 months of the Inquisition. A storied and experienced Inquisitor here. Still corrupting the Imperium from within. We didn't, but we're getting close. Awesome. So hopefully then, by the end of today's stream, we should at least be able to get through the remaining 2 groups. At least that's my hope. We got some pretty decent numbers starting to appear on the field, slowly but surely. Shifty, member of the Inquisition for 34 months. Another highly experienced Inquisitor amongst us today. Still burning witches, heretics, as I please. Well, Sir Shifty, in that stylish, lovely hoodie that you've got from the Chaotic Pinky store, I cannot blame you. At least you'll look fantastic when burning witches and heretics. Oh my gosh, Ed! Christmas is coming early for me here in the stream. Ed coming in with 10 gifted memberships. That's really kind. Thank you, Ed. Thank you very much. That's very much appreciated. Oh, here we go. The artillery coming in now on the second group. Here we go. The names are starting to appear. Oh, God. Congratulations, Alex. Congratulations, 3-foot midgets. Oh, that's an excellent name. Congratulations, Dallas. Congratulations, Paddy. Congratulations, Lona. Congratulations, Captain Naptime. Oh, another great name. Congratulations, Hugh Dixon. Congratulations, Ninja Bomber. And congratulations, Matthew Turner. Oh, and congratulations, Boo. Oh my God, tongue twister for the last one. Thank you, Ed. That's very kind. Very much appreciated. The spreading of mayo pots. The price of mages, 5,000. Figure member of the Commissariat there for 38 months. Again, another stoic member here of the Guardsman ranks. Ooh. What's he have to say? In the words of the wise? Oh, fuck off. Sorry, Peg. I should have read that all first. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean that. In the words of the wise... Ooh. Oh, that was a terrible one. I'm so sorry for that. That was just an outburst of genuine rage there. Neil, hey. Welcome, Neil. Member of the Commissariat for 21 months. Again, another experienced commissar here amongst our ranks. Let's slip the zombies of war and watch the Empire fall. Cry havoc! I'm sorry, Andy. I'm sorry. I mean, in the words of the wise, fuck off actually works. I mean, I guess it does, really. A wise man did once say. Oh, fess off. 11,305 is our first round here. 11,305. Which is nice. That's 2.3 mages we're at, in case you were wondering. I really do try not to swear, just in case there are any kids listening or anything like that. I mean, they shouldn't be really with all the, you know, the mass death that we cause on screen, but it's just in case. No numbers at the moment outside sparking up. You enjoy, Dave. You enjoy. I mean, I'm actually 3 years old, fun fact. Why, hello. No, that's wrong. I shouldn't even joke about that kind of stuff. That's so wrong. Let's have a look. What we're going for. I mean, you're very well versed for a 3-year-old, I've got to say. Did I catch your Twix joke? Oh, no, Mike. I must have missed it. Where are we looking? Let me scroll back up in the chat here. Oh, yeah, I've got it here. My local movie theatre is cracking down on people sneaking outside candy and snacks. But it's okay. I have a few Twix up my sleeve. Oh, my God. I think that is actually the first ever Twix joke that I've ever heard. And it ain't half bad, I've got to say. I kind of like that joke. David, coming in with the crisp £2 there. Thank you for the great stream and community. Oh, you don't have to thank me for the community. Just thank the community for being as great as it is. But thank you, David. Very much appreciated. David, sorry. People can be particular about this kind of stuff. Some people who are called David don't like being called Dave. I know that for certain. Yeah, Shifty, I saw that. There was someone with a fake account trying to promote some sort of crypto scam or something. I have banned them, so they should be removed. All the messages should have been removed. Unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, it's Maryland cookies. 4 minutes ago. Oh, God. Let's have a look. 2 seconds, ladies and gents. Let me just go check the Discord. Make sure. Let's get rid of some knobhead who's in there. 2 seconds. Let's have a look. Tactics squad. Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah, okay. Roll. Let's ban Epic Yara 29. Ban and previous 7 days of messages. Compromised or hacked account. Nah, suspicious spam account. There we go. Ban. Thank you very much. Don't want none of that shite on here. Sorry about that, folks. Yeah, if you ever see anything like that, do not go on them. Do not click them. It's not worth it. You're certainly ain't getting any money. I mean, they put it in the music channel of all places. Jesus. Let's have a look here now. Oh! Ed coming in with a crisp £2 there. Oh, my God. Pre-Yule to you, good sir. There we go. They have been banned from the Discord, so there should be no more of that shite in there. Right, sorry about that, folks. Let's have a look. What are we voting for here now? But you wanted your 2.5k free money. I mean, that's what they wanted as well. You know, that's the sad thing there. I've gotten practice, Jet Fighter. I've gotten practice at doing new woos. God, even saying it normally sounds horrible. So, zombies have won out that one. Now, I have to ask this, as always, ladies and gents. Are we making a new group, or are we adding these onto the existing ones? Because we're going to be adding 1,100 and... Ooh, hiccup. 1,131 zombies here. We'll be quick about this poll, so get your votes in rapido. Right, let's go. 94% for an ad. Yeah, no worries. So let's go ahead. That's going to take us up to what? 29,979. That's good. Good. Right. Copy that number. Let's get that onto our zombie horde down here. Awesome sauce. Right, let me get the poll ready, and we'll kick off the next round. Zombies. Exploding zombies. Tank zombie. And, of course, mages. Okay. All happy with our current setup here? Yeah, believe so. What was this group down here? Oh, that's the exploding zombies down there. Right, okay. Let us go. If you hear munching, ladies and gentlemen, you'll have to ignore me. Andy donated money last week for a Twix fund, and guess what I bought? Twixies! So if you hear me munching, don't worry, it's just Pinky stuffing his face full of Twixies. And a sip of coffee. Twixies and coffee go really nice together. Thank you, Andy. It's very much appreciated, mate. But you did say it was for a Twix fund, so that's exactly what I'm using it for. Have a box of Twixies. Maybe. It's not like I went online and bought one of them industrial-sized boxes of Twixies at all. I didn't do that. You know the ones that you're meant to store in a shop? Yeah, well, I kind of have one in my pantry. Do I have an advent calendar? No, I'm living vicariously through my daughter at the moment, who has a bluey advent calendar. And behind every window is a little bluey character instead of chocolate. Which I think is better, so she gets a little bluey toy every day. So we're opening that between us. And by when I say between us, I have to open up the initial window, and then she plunges in and grabs out the toy. Can you tell, Neil? Can you tell? I've also got a Rockstar energy drink here for halfway through the stream, should I start flagging in energy. Oh, Ed, I can't get an advent. I literally, like, you should have seen the look on the delivery driver's face when he delivered a box of Twixies to my house. And he's like, you aren't running a shop here, are you? I'm like, no, these are all mine. Just for me. Bluey's watched by your little one. But you know what? I've got absolutely no problem with Bluey. Of all the kids' TV shows, it's probably one of the least annoying ones out there. I pretty much did that, Mike, yeah. Just ordered a massive box of Twixies and Rockstar. I've got like a 24-pack of Rockstar. Bluey's your kids to go to as well. Well, to be honest, Shifty, I kind of expected it from the Australians, though, because it is an Australian programme, isn't it? Neil, I'm ignoring that. I'm ignoring that, Neil. In fairness, Bluey's 100% positive and wholesome. It also teaches kids good life lessons. That's what I actually like about Bluey. They don't shy away from certain subjects like death and things like that, so, you know, teaches kids to tidy up after themselves as well, and I've certainly got no problem with that. Oh, don't worry, Jet Fighter. She watches AI slop on YouTube all the time as well. It's annoying because we can't stop it now. Now that she's watched like 100 videos of it, it just generates it constantly, and it's really annoying. I actually kind of want to complain to YouTube about it. That's how bad it's getting. Because every single video that she watches is either something foreign, which, again, I've got no problem with it being foreign, but it's, like, weirdly out of context for her. Because it'll be, like, some Indonesian guy doing a short and playing with Bluey, and it's just like, I don't know, that doesn't feel right. It's an Indonesian man playing with Bluey figures. Why are you watching this? And the rest of it's like AI cat slop, where the cat's trying to save somebody's life or something. But yeah, YouTube really need to get a handle on that. In fact, they just shouldn't allow AI slop onto the platform at all. But it's now become the second most watched bit of content on YouTube as AI slop video. Which is actually depressing. A depressing fact about humanity, if you think about it. What's that? 11,379. 11,379. Not bad. We're slowly climbing them ranks there. But yeah, it's really depressing that AI slop is the second most watched content on YouTube at the moment. I call it slop for a reason. It's horrible and terrifying how realistic some are. Yeah, that's the thing, though. If you make realistic AI videos, you have to declare it when you upload a video. It has to be declared that it's AI, and it's portraying events that never happened. Whereas if you make it a cartoon, you don't have to declare it's AI. That's the thing. So if you've got a video of an AI video of Donald Trump dancing, you have to declare that it's AI, and you might not get any ad revenue from that. Osfront needs to collab with that arty. I mean, Osfront, see, that game's a double-edged sword for me. I absolutely love that game, but the AI is so dumb in it, it's painful. That's the only thing that really annoys me. Yeah, Dave's solid with the kill updates. Nothing wrong with slop. You know what? I'll agree with that. Nothing wrong with slop. There's everything wrong with AI slop. There we go. You got a truck stuck on a tank with the pathfinding last night. That's amazing. Ooh, Neil, a whirlwind. I haven't seen a whirlwind fielded on a Warhammer battle in a very long time. I didn't even know they still made whirlwind. If I'm remembering, are they the Rhino tanks with rockets on the back of them, basically? If I remember rightly. Hey, Sonia's made it. To be specific, oh, the Katusha, the Russian version of it. The Russian, what do you call them? Multi-ML, what is it, MLRA or something like that? I forgot what they're called now. The Americans have one called the Sandstorm. Oh, God. I'm trying... What is it? Is it MR? Multi-rocket... I forgot what they're called. Where... What are they called? I'm going to have to Google it now. MLR8. No, it's not MLR8. I forgot what they're called. MLRS. That was it. Thank you, Ariad. Is it multi-layered rocket system? Is that what it stands for? I can't remember what it stands for now. Yeah, that's what the Katusha is. High Mars are stationary. Only when firing. I think most rocket-based weapons are stationary when firing, apart from, like, aircraft. Oh, you know what, Ed? So did mine. My brain went instantly to the 40k whirlwind. You got stuck on the back of a tank for a while. So technically, all you made is what are they called? The cantaloupes? The Sherman with the rocket system on top? Are they called the cantropes or something like that? From World War II? They used to have a Sherman with a rocket system on top of it like that. I think it was called the Cantropes or something. Calliope, thank you. Bloody hell, Arid knows his weapon systems. Let's have a look then. What are we going for here? Oh, that was a fairly even split between the tanks and the normal zombies here, so let's have a look. Right. Normal zombies won that one. I'm going to ask yet again, are we making a new group of zombies, or are we adding these on to the existing group? Give you about 10 seconds on that one. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Activate. Let's have a look. 100% for ad. That's what I like to see. Unanimous decisions. Okay, so that'll take us up to 31,117. Gosh. Yeah, we're certainly starting getting some numbers on the field here now. Why am I trying to put that into a poll? I'm trying to put the number of zombies into a poll. What am I doing? Right, let's get the poll ready for next round here. Hey, Mitt's got it. Sir Kilowatts in the corner. Oh dear. Alright, awesome. There we go. Poll ready for next round. Let's go. Oh yeah, have you got the British DLC then, Shifty? I still haven't even got the American one yet. I'm woefully behind on the DLC for Ostfront, I must say. Considering how much content I actually make on it, I probably should get them, but I'm making so much Warhammer content on it that I just haven't seen the point in getting any of the World War II stuff yet. I might actually start making World War II videos again. Just out of interest, how many of you would be interested in that? And more World War II videos coming back to the channel. Because I did used to make quite a few of them until the mod came out. Oh, of course, Pershing is the US heavy tank. Sadly, we can't do World War II versus Warhammer yet. But 40k is World War II in space. I mean, to some degree, yes it is. You're not wrong there. That reminds me, I must ask Penguin, the developer of the mod. He's got a melee script to allow melee battles, and I'd really like to see a chainsaw fight in Ostfront and see how that goes down. I think that'd be very interesting. So I might try to get the script off him. But he's one of the devs of the Warhammer 40k mod, so he's quite a busy chap, as you can imagine. Oh, David coming in there with a crisp 5 King Charles British pounds. Sorry to keep bringing it up. Are you going to continue the Zomboid stream? No pressure, just loved it. Also for Ed. Oh, fuck you. Also for Ed. Ooh. Yeah, I do keep meaning to get back to the Zomboid stream, but I've got no excuse, to be honest, to not do it. I've just been lazy, if I'm honest. I've been enjoying my evenings, trying to take a bit of time off, because I'm constantly doing stuff for YouTube. With me running this channel and the Cyberpunk channel, I'm either doing some work on one or the other. So yeah, I've got no real excuses for you at all of why I haven't been doing it. I just haven't been asked. That sounds really bad, I know it does. But I do promise I am going to come back to them, because I want to make like a story video from all of the streams. I'm going to put all of the streams together and make like a story video out of them. So yeah, I am going to continue them. I just can't promise you when. That's the unfortunate thing. Welcome to Hotel California. Oh, Mike. Why'd you do that to me? Oh, thank you, Vodito. That's very kind of you to say so. But yeah, I've just been trying to enjoy a bit of downtime in the evenings, especially in the winter, so my back really starts playing up. For those of you who don't know, I have major back problems, and normally a prolapsed disc in my lower spine, in the L5 region, for those of you with medical knowledge, which pushes on my sciatic nerve quite a lot, so I try to chill out in the evenings, especially during the winter, because it really plays up then. Bloody hell! A crisp 50 British pounds there in lovely pink, coming up from Andy. Some dog biscuits for Nacho. Oh, as if you remember my dog's name. That's amazing. Oh, he's going to love that. Thank you, Andy. If it's all right with you, Andy, what I might do is I might get him a chicken breast for Christmas. Not just dog biscuits, because I don't think he's ever had a full chicken breast all to himself, so I want to see him at Christmas just devour it, because he's so tiny. I think the chicken breast will be the same size as him. But thank you, Andy. That's very much appreciated. Too generous, as always. And there's your poll, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I just thought I might even make that into a short, actually. Yeah, just get him a whole chicken. Get him a whole chicken. Lower back pain is the worst. You're not joking. I've suffered with it for like, I don't know, like properly since about the age of 19. So I'm quite used to it, but it's still, you know, as I'm getting older and older, I'm coping with it less and less because my body slowly degrades over time. So. Oh, Dave. Excellent. Thank you very much for that, Dave. Round 1, plus 146 zombies in that one. Round 2, plus 74 kills. This round, we've gone to minus 113 kills. Nachos versus chicken. A back injury for 24 years. Damn. I mean, I guess I'm getting on for it now. Let's see. I don't want to give my age away, but how long would it have been then? I'm getting on for almost 20 years. I'll say that much. So, yeah, I'm not that far behind you. About 20 years. Just under. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was going to release it as a members short vid. Nachos versus the chicken. But yeah, I think you'll love that. Watching the dog try to devour it. That could be quite fun. Like I said, the chicken breast is going to be bigger than him. Because he's absolutely tiny. He's like fully grown as well. He's an adult dog and he's absolutely tiny still. 11,266. Oh god. That's the randomness of the artillery though, I feel, coming into play a little bit there with that, with our loss of kills. I think the artillery just managed to get some really nice hits off early on. As you can see, there's a lot of corpses spread all around here. And most of them are going to be from the artillery, flinging zombies through the air. Do. Oh no, Raz, my internet is so bad tonight after watching 360p. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Raz. All I see is dog blobs. Oh, that's awful. I'm sorry about that, Raz. It doesn't help that I stream at a slightly higher bitrate as well than I should do, just so it... If for those with nice internet, it does look a little bit nicer. Because I've noticed that it can get quite pixely, so with how many units are on the screen, YouTube's compression can really mess it up, so I try to stream at a higher bitrate so less blobs appear. But the downside of that is we have a slight delay. Oh, thank you, Dave. Remember all, hit the like and subscribe button, spread the love for Pinky. Everyone loves spreading the Pinky. Yeah, I'm on a wired connection, so I never have any problems with the internet, really. Again, that's real close between normal zombies and the tanks here. Why have I got that flipping theme tune stuck in my head? Da, 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 da. I can't even remember what it is. It might be like Looney Tunes or something like that. So, zombies here. We're going to be adding 1,127 of them. Do we make a new group or are we adding them on? Always have to check just in case. We'll do our countdown again. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Activate. 96%. 4% contrarian. They just wanted to feel different. I love Robot Wars. And Craig Charles. Right. 96% for adding on the extra zombies, which will take them up to 32,244. 32244. Alright, okay, let's go increase the voltage to maximum power. Right. Zombies, get the next poll ready. So we're going to add zombies, exploding zombies. Tank zombies. And, ooh, mages. Awesome. Are we all good to go? Pinky's a better voice for Robot Wars. Thank you. That's a pretty big compliment there. Right. Have I watched BattleBots? I've not heard of BattleBots. You'd think it's not as good as Robot Wars, but it honestly has a lot of fun. No, I've never even heard of BattleBots, unfortunately. What I think I really liked about the earlier versions of Robot Wars is the lack of health and safety, because it was in a time when there wasn't health and safety ripping its way. Can we get to the front lines, please, guys? But yeah, there's not as much health and safety in the earlier versions of Robot Wars, whereas the newer ones, they're a bit too concerned about the safety of the crowd. In the olden days, they used to like, oh, if a member of the crowd dies, it's fine. It does have bigger robots, though. Yeah, but will it ever live up to the hype of Hypnodisc or Chaos 2 or Razor? I mean, come on. Anyone who's watched Robot Wars knows about them three robots. The hype that was behind them back in the day. Favorite house robot? Yeah, Sergeant Bash with his flamethrower and Gripper Claw at the front. And I always liked Matilda because everyone always destroyed that robot first. It was like the easy go-to robot to kill. But I liked, they had multiple versions of her. They had one with a circular saw on the back and one with a chainsaw on the back. I love Matilda because it was kind of shit. It was always the house robot that got destroyed the most. I noticed that. Everyone always went for Matilda. Sir Kill-A-Lot. See, when Sir Kill-A-Lot first came along, I actually really liked it just because of the design. It reminded me of what would happen if Predators made drones. So if a Predator ever made a drone, that's what it'd look like. You're not getting Beastman vibes from this, are you? I hope not. I have big buffering at the moment. Let me just double check. Let me get the camera in position ready for this. Let me just check on the stream here, make sure everything's going all right my end. Yeah. I've not lost any packets of data. Still streaming at 10,000 bits a second. Let me check YouTube here. So the streaming software says we're good. Yeah, YouTube says we're good. Sorry, Dave, it must be at your end, unfortunately. There's nothing at my end that suggests that there's any problems. Yeah, I always like to check though, Jam, make sure there's no problems at my end. How did it react when Calcius did the first cell writing? What? What the? I'm confused by that question, I'm afraid. Cassius. All I'm thinking of is Romans. The name Cassius only rings bells when it comes to Romans. Love coming in to see zombies, seeing Archie sending zombies sky high. It is something that's always been a big favourite thing of mine in this game. Gigantic hordes of troops getting hit by artillery. There's something really satisfying about just watching hundreds of units be flung up into the air. I really need to figure out what that theme tune's from. I think it is like the Animaniacs or something. 11,679. That's progress. That is progress. We have got a little bit of progress there. We were able to buy 40 more zombies than we were the last couple of rounds. Oh, I see what you mean now, mate. Sorry, I don't know why. When you said self-writing, I thought you were misspelling the word writing as in writing in a book. I don't know why. Sounds like the EastEnders. What? Ba 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 ba. I guess it does a little bit. Da 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 da. It is a little bit like EastEnders, yeah. Plus 413 that round. See, that wasn't too bad. Wait, will my pizza be long? No, sir, it'll be round. Oh, God, Mike. No, mates, I don't really remember that, I must say. It's been a long time since I've watched Robot Wars. It was a childhood activity. No, of course I remember the greats. Like I said, Chaos 2, Razor. I think Razor and Hypnodisc were always my favourites when I was a kid. I really liked Razor just because it had cut everything in half. It was insanely powerful, that pneumatic press that it had on it. Oh, no worries, Hub. Welcome here. That's the artillery for you, though, Night Striker. Artillery is deadly. The king of any battlefield. It's the only reason any war ever progresses, I think. Artillery. Let's have a look here, then. What are we going for? Oh, interesting. Tank zombies here. Now, we've got 2 groups of tank zombies, have we now? Yeah, we've got a pink group here and a green group, okay? So, what are we doing then? We can go pink, green, or we can make a new group. I wouldn't suggest going for the new group option, but I'll put it there anyway. So, we've got our pink ones, which are down here on the rear, and the green ones, which are the front line. Pink's always the answer, Mike. It's weird, isn't it, Dave? Yeah, sometimes progress feels very, very slow, and then all of a sudden, over the course of 2 rounds, it just completely flips on its head, and suddenly you're in, like, this really advantageous position. So, let's have a look. Looks like we're going to be adding these on to the green one. So the green one has 57 in it now, and that'll take them up to 80. There we go, 80. Good stuff, good stuff. Let me get the poll ready for next round. Are we still happy with our current setup? So, zombies, exploding zombies, tank zombies, and mages. Make the green unit tank 4.5. The rank of the tank to 4.5. Is everyone happy with that? Yeah? Okay. 4.5. Awesome. Let's go. Right then, let's see how we do here, eh? This time we're going to watch the splody zombies go to work. I want to see the booms. The boomdock zombies. That would have been a different gangster film. I suppose it'd be like Cockney Zombies or whatever it was called. Here we go. Exploding zombies! Yes! It's what we like to see. Oh, they're so fun to watch. They're really good against melee troops, though, them exploding zombies are. Yeah, at least we can handle this first group quite handedly now. I mean, we're at 10,000 losses already, so, you know, that is a lot of firepower that they're laying out here. Hey, John. My favourite part of Cockney Zombies is when the guys tried to say that there's a zombie over there, but he starts using Cockney rhyming slang to say zombie. It's something like Abercrombie zombie. Dave. You weren't there, man. You weren't there. I mean, you were, but... Yeah, we're going well here, so how many have we lost now? 16,000. That's not too bad for the first group. Not too bad at all. Dirty Mike and the boys 69 coming in with a crisp $2 there. Oh, God. Ew, flashbang. Unfortunately, Dirty Mike, I'm going to have to inform you. I'm no longer sitting in the dark. I can't get flashbang now. Summer is over. The lights are on in the Pinky establishment. They say if you remember the 60s, you weren't there. Oh, son, yeah, I know. It's like I was a green combat guy, never seen combat before, and now I'm a hardened grizzly veteran of the Uwu Wars. I'm not doing the voice. The Uwu Wars. Of course, Australians would be very familiar with that. Very similar to the Emu War. We are chewing our way through these guys, slowly but surely, though. We are getting there, bit by bit. So, 11,443. There's your poll. Again, the disparity here in kills most likely coming from the randomness of the artillery. Did the emus win? You know what, I've got to admit, I don't know much about the Emu Wars. I just know that it was a thing. And in my head, it was the Australian army versus a bunch of animals. What? This is my last stream talking in the chat because the Australian government is banning YouTube's account for under 16s? Really? Oh man, what is going on what is going on in Australia? Hey, Mr. Sick. Starts on December 10th. Oh my god. That'll be interesting actually, because I'll get to see if there's a drop in my viewership then. Why are they banning YouTube accounts for under 16s? That seems... drastic, frankly. Is that based on some incident that's happened in relation to YouTube, or is it just some concoction that they've pulled out of their arse to decide to safeguard children? Under 16s are banned from all social media. Now, that I can get behind. Social media, yeah. But I've never really considered YouTube social media. It's not the same, really. It's basically all social media due to harassment of kids. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, that is the correct way to say that word, harassment. It's not harassment, it's harassment. Oh, Dave, that's already happened in the UK. And to adults, too. You now have to have, to access the O-graphic stuff, the PO graphic stuff in the UK, you have to provide a passport now and identity. So, I said housewives up and down England were cheering when that went off, I bet. But yeah, I can sort of get behind under 16s not being allowed on social media. Because it's just, I mean... Society's in moral degrade ever since social media became a thing, but you know. Why a passport? Because you've got to use an official ID or a face scan to be able to access the site so they can verify your age, that's why. So you now have to verify your age. A VPN ban as well? Oh my god. They're having a proper lockdown in Australia. They're going mental over there. Society had morals that could degrade. They most certainly did. Look back to the 1940s and 50s America. A time of positivity. Well, Ed, I've got to say, I haven't tried, so I'm not that bothered, honestly. Never something I was into, you know, geographic stuff. It was all, I don't know, I found it dead fake and boring, if I'm honest. I never really watched it. And then I had, you know, girlfriends and now a wife, so it's just no longer needed. It's like, why look at them on a screen when I can just go look at a real pair? Well, Rud, you see, the cross-argument to that is it's the government's job to safeguard its peoples. So... The funny thing is, though, kids were getting around it by just putting up photos of people with older faces. So, it wasn't working that well. Right, so it looks like we're getting ourselves some exploding zombies here. Oh, bless, she's in the room with me right now. No, she's gone bed. She's not currently awake right now. Right. So, Splody Zombies. Start a poll. Add or a new group. I would recommend adding them, as we've not got many in our current group. But if you ever want to see how mental YouTube is, just type in Nair hair removal on YouTube, and you'll probably get a video of an Asian-looking guy from the US who quite literally spreads his butthole in the first 3 seconds of the video, and it's under-education-based content. So yeah, you can see a man's butthole, and it's not blurred or anything like that. So yeah, he full-on just bends over and spreads it in the first 5 seconds of the video. And the whole point of the video is that he's using hair removal on his anus. So, you know, YouTube double standards and all that lot, you know, apparently that's educational. So that's allowed. So, yeah, there you go. Enjoy. It was like you were deprived enough of sunlight to go and watch that video. Where the heck did I find that out? Through other YouTubers. That's how I found it out. But like I said, the shocking part of it is that it's in the first 5 seconds of the video. That is the truly amazing thing about it. Like 5 seconds in, just full butthole covered in little bits of hair. If I was being a judge, honestly, I would say he didn't need hair removal. It was already pretty clean. But that's besides the point. Well, that's the point, Ed. It's classed as educational. Somehow. I mean, he literally starts with the intro. Today we're going to be shaving my butthole. And then he says, just for reference, this is what my butthole looks like now. And then you see it. There's no warning, no nothing. It's just poof in your face. You wouldn't even have time to react. That's how quick it is into the video. And just for reference, most people watch a video for 5 seconds before deciding whether they want to continue watching the video or not. So before your brain's even decided if you want to watch it, it's already in your face. So we're going to be anyway, let's get back to normal. We're going to be adding on exploding zombies here, which will take them up to 1,236. We lost 4 viewers because of that conversation. I think I'll take that as a sign. Right, let's go add these exploding zombies. That was 4 people whose mum was in the room looking at him like, why are you listening to a man talk about buttholes? Right, let's get the poll ready for the next round. See, this is why under 16s should not be allowed onto YouTube. Because of people like me. Hey kids, wanna go see a butthole? Mages. Oh, I forgot tank zombies. Tank zombie. There we go. Right, let's go. Oh, I think my chat has crashed. I can't see any new chats. Just watch Mayo Foot. There we go, now I can see them. I'm talking about it a lot, I know. But if you saw where I saw it, it'd be burned into your mind as well, Steve. I can't help it, the image is burnt into my brain. Right, I just need to reload YouTube here. So I'm going to start the oh, it won't even let me start the poll. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Mozilla, for being such a shite browser. Still no Opera GX sponsorship, so I'm not changing yet. Ooh, a new Spiffing Brit video. I'll have to watch that after. YouTube. Go live. Right, I'm gonna have to redo the poll here. Exploding zombies. Tank zombies. And mage. Awesome. There we go. I need extra therapy now. You're damn right, Rod. I think the main problem, Ed, is that it's listed under educational, which means it's available to all ages of people. That's the problem, Ed. That's the big problem. It's not flagged as 18 plus. So you can get a 9-year-old watching that stuff. That's where the problem is. And the video's still up. Well, at least it was, you know, a few months ago when I saw it. Hey, Andreas, you've joined us at a very spicy time. A weasel walks into the bar. The bartender says, wow, I've never served a weasel before. What can I get you? Pop, goes the weasel. Oh my god. Oh, I've heard that one before, Pig. Bono and the Edge walk into a bar. The bartender says, not you two again. I like that joke, but I've definitely heard that one before. It's just proof we're living in a simulation. More like a stimulation. Giggity. Some really good artillery hits there, unfortunately, on us. But look at this, we're so close to the 12,000 mark now. Poor Mark. 12,000 marks is way too many marks. Have we got anyone named Mark in chat? I don't think it's a very popular name anymore. There's the poll though, ladies and gents. 11,829. Not a bad kill count. So what would that be? 2.4 mages we're at now, so we're not at the 2.5 mark yet. A few more kills and we'll be at the 2.5 mark for you. You can get 24 tank zombies, 473 exploding zombies, or 1,183 normal zombies. Hey Matteo, not seen you in a little while. Welcome back. Mark became much less popular after Carl. Carl Mark. Is that? Mike says, if this was a simulation, the computer would have crashed by now. I just think the simulation's got a virus. If you look at the world at the moment, the simulation's definitely got a virus. It might crash very, very soon. You know, of all the crazy theories in the world, I think simulation theory is the only one that could realistically only ever hold any sort of weight, because it would be almost impossible to prove or disprove. Yeah, simulation theory is it's an interesting one. Absolutely no problem, Matteo. Totally get that. I'd just like to say that's such a satisfying name to say out loud as well, Matteo. I don't know why, but it makes me happy to say that name out loud. Exactly, Night Striker. See, there was always what I really like is World War II diaries from soldiers, and there's this one of a Russian. There's a Russian soldier who had a diary, and he says they launched a barrage onto a German-held village during the later stages of the war, and they basically leveled the village. Like, there was no Germans left alive by the time they were done. I think the barrage lasted something ridiculous, like 5 hours or something really stupid like that, of just constant artillery strikes. And he says the entire village was completely leveled. There wasn't a wall above shin height. But in one of the houses that had no walls and no roof left, there was a table with a vase in the middle of it. And that's just like, that's insane when you think about it. The table was completely intact, the vase unharmed, but the entire village around it was completely leveled to shin height. Just mental to think about that. And that's the sort of randomness that makes you go, maybe the simulation is real. Maybe it is a simulation. Because that's just an insane thing to happen. How does the house get blown apart, but the table and vase stay perfectly intact? That's madness. Right, let's have a look here. What are we going for? Hey! Exploding zombies! So... are we gonna add these on or make a new group? It's not madness, it's good craftsmanship. Back in the day when things were built to last, eh? So yeah, pretty one-sided that. We're going to be adding on our explodey zombies here, which will take them up to 1,709. 9999. Downfall. That was a great film, that was. There we go. Let's get the poll ready for next round. You never said right, that wasn't built to last. I love Downfall. We've got the actor's name, but his portrayal of Hitler was amazing. I'm not saying Hitler's amazing. Let's get that very, very straight. But yeah, his portrayal of Hitler was absolutely fantastic. I totally forgot the actor's name now. But even his like shakes and ticks that he had all down, so good. Reich was from IKEA. What, did it arrive flat packed and you had to build it yourself? Can't deny he was a talented diplomat. I mean, yeah, in the early days, he pretty much got everything he wanted. No one wanted to go up against him. Even after he'd invaded France, people were like, you know, maybe he's not such a bad guy. It's like, my God, what's it take? Oh, it's been turned into everything, Ed. It was turned into, I think originally, the original meme from Downfall was the Xbox versus PlayStation. I think that was it. Where Hitler's on a rant about how the PS5 comes with certain features and stuff like that versus the Xbox. And then the woman outside comforts the other one by saying, don't worry, I'm sure the Xbox will come with this. Oh yeah, Arid, I know about that. Yeah, he was a worker. And yeah, he worked in Hiroshima. And when the bomb dropped and he survived the blast of that. No, he was at home. That was it. He was at home in Hiroshima and his house was blown up by the atomic bomb. And I think pretty much everyone was killed. So he decided he had nothing left to lose, so he'd go to work, basically, to get some money to try and buy a new house. And as he arrived at work, the second bomb was dropped on Nagasaki, which is where he worked. I mean, he has the there's a couple of stories like that where he has the dubious honour of surviving a blast. Right, anyway. Are we good to go here? But yeah, surviving 2 atomic blasts. That's pretty badass if you ask me. I mean, I feel sorry for the guy because he had nothing left. He had no home, no family, no workplace. It's like there's a guy who, again, has the dubious honour of having the single most credited kills in World War II. And he was a machine gunner on the German side at D-Day. And I think he was credited with over 700 kills with his MG. And I think in World War II, that was basically the most recorded kills of an individual. Yeah, killing 700 people on the beaches of Normandy. That's... Or it might have been Omaha. I'm not quite sure which one he was stationed at, but it was one of them 2 beaches. I think that's pretty mental. Look at how quickly these guys are falling over. Look at this. The exploding zombies going to town. Just ripping open that flank there of the Imperial Guard. They almost stand no chance now. Yeah, there's that Finnish guy with the 500 kills, yeah. And I believe the next one after that was some Russian sniper. A female sniper who had like 130 odd kills. Confirmed. But I think most of them were officers. That's the impressive thing about that. I think she killed 139 German officers. Wasn't he the Swedish? Or was he Finnish? He might have been Finnish, actually, now I think about it. Nah, Rudd. It was about an even disparity by the end of the war, anyway. An even disparity of female to male snipers. There's lots of good war movies. Flags of Our Fathers, Letters from Iwo Jima, Deer Hunter. Technically not a war movie, you know, but still a good movie about war. Platoon, of course, you know. Apocalypse Now. We Were Soldiers. Technically, I know they're not World War II movies, but they are war movies. But then you get the crazy stories of, like, what is it, Jock? There was some guy called Jock something or other, and he went into battle with a broadsword, or a claymore, sword, and a bow and arrow in World War II. That's what he went into battle with. He was some crazy Scottish guy. He's like, I don't need a gun, just give me a sword and a bow and arrow. I think he was called Mad Jock something. I can't remember what his name was fully. Oh, that was a brutal artillery hit there in the middle of our guys. And another one. Come on, let's get up to 12. Oh, the last few artillery hits there. We were so close to 12,000 yet again. 11,860. 11,860. Come on, what are we going for? Is it going to be 66, 67, 68? Man, that was it, Jack, not Jock. Mad Jack Churchill. Yeah, Band of Brothers was really good, and Pacific as well. There we go. So it is 11,866. The thing I always really liked about Band of Brothers is when people got shot in it, they actually fell to the ground as if they'd been shot. They didn't do like any dramatic overacting, you know what I mean? It was just a thud falling to the floor like a sack of taters. One of the best ones in Band of Brothers was Carentan, when they advance down that road and that MG opens up on them from the calf. There's a guy who's got his back to a wall and he takes a shot, and the actor who did his death animation, played his death, did it so well because he just drops to the floor like a sack of shit. It is so well done. So well done. John Wayne had some good World War II movies. Yeah, they did. Hacksaw Ridge, yeah. Private Doss. The crazy thing about Hacksaw Ridge is that Private Doss actually saved way more lives than the movie portrayed him saving. But the director of the movie thought that people wouldn't believe it if they actually portrayed him saving that many lives. So they actually reduced the amount of people he saved to make it sound more believable. I think that's mental. It's like, I think he saved 179 people or something like that in the end of it. Yeah, it was well over 100. It was like 179 people he saved. But the director was like, no, people aren't going to believe that. Gallipoli, yeah, that's a pretty good one. Bridge Too Far. There was a guy who won the Victoria Cross in a bridge too far. In the Battle of the Armen. Is it Armen? Armen Bridge. The furthest bridge away during Operation Garden. Or was it market? I can't remember which way round it was. Because one of them was the armoured push through, and the other one was the paratroopers landing. So it wasn't Operation Market Garden, it was Operation Market and Operation Garden. And I can't remember which one's which. Yeah, I am. Jeremy Clarkson married... Jeremy Clarkson's wife's father was a guy who received the Victoria Cross for taking out 3 Tiger tanks at the Bridge of Arnhem. I thought that was kind of crazy. And his wife never knew that her dad had won the Victoria Cross until after he died. No, see, this is the mistake everyone makes. It's not Operation Market Garden. There was Operation Market and Operation Garden. One was paratroopers and the other was an armoured division that was to punch through and reinforce all of the bridges. And I think Operation Garden might have been the paratroopers dropping in, and Operation Market was the armoured push. So there were 2 separate operations, but it's always referred to as Operation Market Garden. Most American World War II films are very inaccurate. I wouldn't say that. Saving Private Ryan, Flags of Our Fathers, Letters from Iwo Jima, they all seem pretty realistic to me. Right, so 11,866. Getting sidetracked here. Always liked Al Murray's joke about the Americans. He says, America, of course, joined the war when they were taken completely by surprise by a Japanese attack 2 years into a global world war. Stalingrad, now that's a really good film as well. And the old 1979 version of it. Cross of Iron, that's another really good film. Well, here's an interesting fact for you, Mike. The opening scenes of Saving Private Ryan, there's a part where they film Tom Hanks, and he's got that, like, ringing in his ears, and he's watching, you know, as he watches people on the beach, the guy picking up his arm, wandering around, all that stuff going on. But apparently that look on his face wasn't him acting. It was him genuinely shocked at the scale of the scene in front of him. He said he was literally just blown away by, like, watching this battle unfold in front of him, that he really did feel like he was there. And he actually did suffer with a tiny little bit of, not shell shock, but you know what I mean. The look on his face was just genuine. It wasn't him acting. It was like a, holy crap, look at this in front of me kind of look. But it's brilliant. I love that film. Gets a bit messy near the end, you know, where he blows up a tank with a goddamn pistol. I know he doesn't, but... Hey, jeez. Let's have a look then what we're going for. Oh, nice. I like this. More exploding zombie love. That's always nice. So, are we going to add these on or make a new group? Oh, a new group. Black Hair Down is a favourite war movie. I'm sure you mean Black Hawk, but Black Hair Down sounds way better. We got a black hair down, we got a black hair down. Quick, send in the blondes. Oh no, it's the redheads, they're coming in from a flank. I know, Andreas. I was just taking the Michael. It's because how he looks at his gun after the tank blows up. He's just like, what? Yeah, it looks like we're just going to add these on. Oh, God, would help if I ended the poll. There we go. So, exploding zombies being added onto the original group takes us up to 2,184. That's a fair old group of exploders now. There we go. Another really good, but it's not really a war movie, but it is about the war, and it's based on a true story, is John Raab, who was basically a Schindler type figure. He was a Nazi who went about saving many people, and lost his wife in the process of saving all these people. Very emotional film, very sad. And there's a few war crimes that the Allies committed that are also put in there, where the Allies started bombing a field hospital that was very clearly marked as such. And it's all true. It's all true events. But yeah, Allied bombers came in and blew up a bunch of German field hospitals that were set up in a dock area. Not very good. But I don't think they actually knew. The pilots didn't actually know that they weren't military targets. They had no idea that they were basically blowing up civilians at the time. But I think all bets are off during World War, aren't they, really? Oh, you're wrong there, Ed. What was it that you said? Sorry, I've just... The Allies were the first to bomb civilians. Totally incorrect. The first people during World War II to bomb civilians were the Japanese. In... what was it? 1937? But the first major bombing of civilians was actually by Nazi Germany, when they bombed Warsaw in 1939, and then Rotterdam in 1940 as well. And then the Allies countered by bombing places like Dresden and stuff like that. But yeah, China was officially the first to bomb civilians in the Japanese were the first to bomb civilians in 1937. No worries, John. Have a nice evening. No worries, mate. It's understandable. That is World War II I'm talking about, Ed. See, World War II was going on a lot longer than most people know about. It really started with the Chinese and Japanese. Anyway, that's enough about war history now. Let's get back to some zombie killing here. So we annihilated that first group completely now, which is pretty good. We've got some decent numbers now approaching at the second group over here. Look at that artillery, though. It's just terrifying. Any second now, one's going to land in the middle of our lovely zombie horde over here. And that'll be that. Oh, there's a big old hit there. That's a nasty one. Oh, Oh, and there it is. That was the one. That was the devastating hit right there. Come on, we need to get up to at least 12,000. Little by little, we will get there. We will survive. 11,675. 11,675. There's your poll. No, don't worry, this won't be as bad as The Chosen. You just need a few more numbers and you'll be absolutely fine. If we are chosen. Nah, you'll get there. It'll happen really quickly though, that's the thing. Because look, you're already putting a really big dent into this group. You're just getting bogged down in the fight and the artillery's taking you out, but I don't know. We will get there. Right, ladies and gents, unfortunately, I just need to be right back for... Actually, you know what? We'll get the next round started, and then I just need to be right back for like 2 minutes. So let's get crack-a-lack in here. Sip of coffee to help things move along. Right, let's have a look what we're going for. Sorry to be quick on this one, ladies and gents. Zombies, normal zombies, okay. Start bowl. Are we adding them on or make a new group? I really want a chip butty and some mushy peas to dip it in. Right. Yeah. Add on 17 for adding on. Yeah, pretty unanimous there. So let's go ahead and add on our zombinos here, which will take us up to 33,412. So let's increase the zombino. Excelente. Get the poll ready for the next round. Chip butty and mushy peas on a plate to dip the chip butty into. I love that. I'd never eat mushy peas without chips and a butty. If I finish my butty, my chip butty, and there's still peas left on the plate, I ain't eating them peas. I have to go and make another butty. Chip butty with brown sauce? No, I only have brown sauce on meat, I'm afraid. I wouldn't put any sauce on my chip butty. I don't even put salt on my chips. I don't like salt or vinegar on my chips. I don't like vinegar, period. I have some horrible allergic reactions to vinegar where I just can't stop coughing. Like, the second I breathe it in, it just sends me into coughing spasms. So, yeah, it's not something I particularly have. Right, I'll keep it a little bit zoomed out here so we can sort of see both groups. Right, ladies and gents, give me 2 minutes and I'll be right back. And we're back, ladies and gents. Sorry about that. So one thing that you might want to try out, this is only a suggestion, but I'll say this. It probably won't work before I even suggest it. You might just, like, move your army over to this side over here, so you attack this group first. Just a thought. Like, if we manage to kill these two groups under the artillery fire, then we can take out them ones last. It's probably an awful idea and won't work, but it might work also, because then at least you're attacking this group with your full might. And it'll give you a rough idea of how many troops you're going to need to be able to take on this group. That was mainly my reasoning. Let's find out how many troops we need to take. Can our full army currently take on this group under artillery fire? If not, then we know that we need a lot more troops. Oh, look at this, though. That's a first. We haven't had this yet. A lovely little blood lake has appeared, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look at it. It's so cute in its infancy. Oh, hello. Hello, little fella. Anyway. There's your poll, ladies and gents. So how many kills did we get there? 11,524. Yeah, it's just a suggestion. Like, if we can take out that group with our current army, then we know that we need our current army times 3 to be able to take out the first groups. You know, if you know what I'm trying to say? Although I would imagine that these two groups here, taking out one, then the next one, that's going to cause the most casualties. Oh, 6x, yeah, whatever works, really. Whatever floats your boat. Major squad needs more troops. How many majors have we got? 4. Give it a whirl. Move them for fun. So, are we happy to give it a try? See what happens. Might just shift him over here or something like that. Yeah? Yeah, alright, we'll give it a whirl, see what happens. I've still got a feeling half of the zombies are still gonna run over this way. But, you know, I'll allow that little bit of overlap as well. Probably a good way, actually, to ensure that the tank units and the mages get into combat early as well. See here, I think what's actually going to happen is the army's just going to split in half. What do you think, guys? Should we move them all the way over to this side further, so that they're not attracted to the blue group at all? Because at the moment, I've got a feeling half of this army is just going to run this way. Don't worry too much about the water here. It's pretty crap. It's very shallow. Yeah, try it. You know what? I'll say this as the line here. We can just put them over here like this. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Lesson learned. Oh, come on. Tiny group of mages here. How to pick up 4 units. In a bar.com. Right, let's put them in there. There we go. It's political water. Yeah, the artillery doesn't hit you until you get to this group over here. But the idea is we're sort of testing out, like, we've got 30-odd thousand troops here. Well, 35,000 troops. If with 35,000 troops we manage to kill one of these groups, then we know that we need 35,000, 70,000, and these kill about 16,000. So you know that you need just under 100k zombies to take out the first group. It's really a test to see if this is successful or not. If they manage to kill one group here, then we know what sort of numbers we need. Sort of use it as a bit of a measuring stick, if you will. Yeah, it looks like we're going in for normal zombies here, though. Again, I have to ask. Are we adding them on or making a new group? Oh my, I almost thought that was real then. I almost thought that wasn't a joke. I sent my son to his room for saying Jim Morrison was a terrible musician. Sorry, but we do not slam the doors in this home. I love the Doors. I really love their sound. And he was a very talented intellectual when it came to the music scene. There's a tape of like Jim Morrison in the maybe early 70s or something like that, and someone asks him what the future of music is going to be, and he says, I can picture that music will be a single person up on a stadium with cassettes all around him playing music tracks from cassettes. He basically predicted the rise of the DJ, and he was 100% right. Unfortunately, he said cassettes because that's, you know, what was the equipment at the time. But yeah. So yeah, he basically just predicted modern music and he was 100% right. That was in the 70s. Would be another, what, 30 years before music caught up with his ideas? Which is kind of insane when you think about it. No, I'd say 20 years. 90s was a bit of a DJ era, wasn't it? Maybe, actually, maybe halfway through the 80s. I'm trying to think when DJs really started becoming a thing. I would say it probably started around mid-80s. What do you guys think? Mid-80s? '70s, really? I don't know about that. I don't think that far back there was, like, DJs as we know them today. Yeah, I would think early 80s. I'm thinking of things like The Prodigy and stuff like that. Because they were quite early on. Yeah, let's add these on then. Just let me double check. Zombies, yeah. So that'll take us up to 34,564. The zombie counter's getting up there. We're creeping up bit by bit. Yeah, I really like the Doors. Come on, come on, come on, now touch me, babe. Can't you see that I am not afraid? What was that promise that you made? Why can't you tell me what he said? Right. Yeah, that's why I was thinking mid-80s, yeah. And by the 90s, it was fully established. Right, let's go. Let's see how this works out. In the 70s? A DJ in the 70s, who? Name that DJ! Disco started when MTV killed the radio star. The late 70s. Yeah, I can understand that more, but... But were they... like DJs as in they were taking samples from songs, mixing them together using multiple cassettes? Or were they just playing songs? like, you know, at weddings and stuff like that. Okay, interesting, interesting. Our group is way more spread out at the moment, which means that them early artillery hits aren't dealing as much damage. The tanks took a hell of a pounding then in that run-up, which should have absorbed most of it. Yeah, mixing became big in the 80s. That's where I'm thinking. It started off early 80s. By 85, it was established. And after 85, it was pretty much mainstream. That's how I'm thinking of it in my brain. But this seems to be going all right so far. That initial zombie group that went over this side provided really good distraction. It doesn't look like too many of the Imperial Guardsmen from that side can provide any covering fire to this side. Where's the artillery actually landing? Okay, so the artillery is getting some decent hits off here. Yeah, it's looking a bit grim, isn't it, guys? It is looking a little bit grim. I mean, we're only at 5,000 kills now. And the army has pretty much been evaporated. So, estimations then, we're going to need 100,000 zombies for each one of these groups. That's the estimation. Well, if it isn't the consequences of our actions. You know what, guys? Because this was my suggestion and it has gone so horrifically wrong, I'm just going to give you the kill counter from last round. Again. Because, yeah, it's a lot of lost progress, so you can have the same kill counter as you got last round, which was, what? 11,524. We'll say that's what your kills is. But yeah, I reckon 200,000 normal zombies would be enough to take out these three groups. What we're at now? 35? We've got a little ways to go. A little ways to go. But yeah, I'm just going to treat your kills as being 11,524 there. There's your poll. Yeah, I'll move them back. See, the only other thing that I could suggest is that maybe if you had a group off this side here, the artillery would attack them first because they're closer. So maybe that's how you get through it. Maybe if you start creating a second group of zombies over this side, which should dedicate the way that way, the artillery over here is going to fire at this group of zombies, which means that if you're quick enough, you should be able to take these out without injury. So, you know, you could distract the artillery with a sacrificial group. That is a thing. But I'll just move these back for now. Oh, want these over this way ever so slightly, didn't we? Like so. And then the mages. Oh, I managed to click them. How about that? Depends, Big Jam. Depends. That's a lot of ground that they got to cover. But yeah, you might be right. They might be taken out before you even kill this first group. Which is might be an idea to focus the other two groups if you do that. So if you were to, again, move these back over this side, have the distraction unit over this side. That way you're engaging these two groups first, the ones that are in artillery range. Yeah, Voss, that's my thinking somewhat. How many groups have we got left? We can go up to 18, and we're at 15 at the moment, so we can get another 3 groups in there. We've got 3 groups remaining that we can create. So probably best off using them wisely. Looks like we're going for standard zombies at the moment. So, are we going to add these on or make a new group? Sorry, ladies and gents, I need to be right back. 2 seconds. I'm back, ladies and gents. Sorry about that. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be adding these zombies on then. So that's going to take us up to 35,716. The source? That is awesome. Oh, God. Did I not copy that? No. Okay, here we go. Try again. There we go. So, ladies and gents, unfortunately, this is probably going to be our last round of this evening. Let me just get this poll ready, and then we'll kick it off. Exploding zombies. Tonight has gone really quick. I don't know about you, but for me, it's gone really quick. All the talk of buttholes in World War II. Alright, let's go. Where are we? Over here. Right. Let's see how we get on, eh? Oh, look. That's actually quite an overhang that I've put on this side. Amazingly, though, only a couple of these guys are actually shooting. Look at this. This tiny one little corner over here. And even now, they're not shooting anymore. It's a lot, though. We've still got to work our way through this. May have moved the zombies over ever too slightly much to one side on this side. I may have moved the zombies ever so slightly much onto the right-hand side here. No, it's working out, though. It's working out. Buttholes of World War II. From the anus spew. Buttholes of World War II. Go on, that's it. Chew the guardsmen down.
Lots of brains. Lots and lots of tasty brains.
Yeah, your brains, 4 for £1. There we go. The overwhelming nature of zombie existence is what the godsmen are feeling currently. Oh, look at this. We're getting early birds trying to catch the worm here, though. The early bird special. There we go. We're at the 10k mark there. So, first group officially killed. 20 odd from the second group there. That artillery, though. Unfortunately, with them guys activating a little bit earlier, so has the artillery. Which is a little bit sad, because we're getting absolutely penetrated from a distance here. So yeah, I'll need to move the zombies back over that way a little bit.
Slightly too many over here.
I asked my doctor if I'm out of shape. He said round as a shape. See, the other thing is once we're through these groups, we get the nice big juicy target, ladies and gents. We get the nice big juicy target of a bunch of Kriegers. Which of course will be very nice.
Very nice.
You know what? Look at this. We're actually making some decent progress over this side. Okay, okay. Nicely done, Cyril. Nicely done. 11,700. Come on. That's not a bad one. That's not an awful one. 11,713, ladies and gents. That's like, what, 100 odd, 150 odd more than our previous? Yeah, see, Dave Roberts, I'm holding my breath a little bit because I was not amazed by Dawn of War 3. I think they really fumbled that game. So, I'll hold my breath for Dawn of War 4. If Dawn of War 4 is more like Dawn of War 2, then I will be very happy, but Dawn of War 3 was like Dawn of War 1, and as fun as Dawn of War 1 was, it didn't really have that much in the way of tactics. It was Blob A versus Blob B attack. Whereas I really liked the tactical advantages of cover and stuff like that in Dawn of War 2. So personally, yeah, if they make it more like that, I'll be very happy. Well, let's move these over ever so slightly now. Yeah, like that. So we get the nice wrap around here. Wrap around the shaft, as they say. And we need to bring these guys back over to this side. Go on, Magi. There we go. Yeah, I've heard that there might be a Total War 40k. That's going to be interesting to see, because to my knowledge, they've never done one that would probably involve full range units. So it'll be interesting to see how it works. How are the Space Marines going to work? It'd have to be some sort of nomad faction, I reckon. Bit like the Chaos ended up being, because otherwise you're not going to be able to have multiple armies that are large enough to field, if you know what I mean. A 40k Helldiver type of game? I said that. Vermintide 2 is amazing, Ed. So much fun. I prefer that over Darktide, actually. Right, let's quickly go through this then. So we're going to be getting ourselves some more normal Zombers. What are we going to do with these? We're going to add them or make a new group. Games Workshop announced the 40k Total War, so it is legit. I can imagine so. To be fair, they didn't do a bad job of Warhammer 2 and Warhammer 3 Total War. So, I think at this point, Games Workshop trusts them with the license. And who knows, it might be the first time that we ever have a truly grand strategy 40k game. Because I know, like, Final Liberation and stuff like that existed, but it didn't have the campaign map like Total War does. Total War 40k trailer will be shown at the GameCon next Thursday. Okay. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, adding on the zombies, right out. So, we're going to go from 35,000 up to 36,887. We're definitely upping them numbers now. I laugh every time I say that. Let's up them numbers! Right. There we go. Excelente. Yeah, Voss, they'd also need to rearrange how alliances work. Like, some factions will have to be forced into alliance with each other, i.e. Imperial Guard and Space Marines. Because you can't really have Imperial Guard fighting the Space Marines now, can you? That wouldn't make too much sense. So yeah, there's definitely going to be some changes that we're not going to be used to. But ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, that time is once again upon us. It has been an absolute blast. And as always, I hope you had a blast too. Massive, massive shout out to you members. You guys are freaking awesome. Thank you so much for supporting me and this channel and helping us to just keep on doing these live streams. Of course, same shout out to everyone who donated as well. I really can't thank you enough. Massive shout out to the mods who keep that chat running nice and smoothly for me so I don't have to panic about it. Really appreciate the help that you guys give. And of course, a massive shout out to everyone who watches the VODs and all you subscribers out there. And until next weekend, you lovely internet sausages. Peace!